Stone Ocean is one of the gayest things I've ever read, and I love it. Keep in mind, I might say some spoilers, but I never heard good things about this part. All I kept hearing, part 6 is the worst part, part 6 is boring, Poochie go back to Africa.
Why are you gay?
Woman. Yeah, I heard it all, so my expectations were kept low. However, this is the Jojo fanbase we're talking about here. They don't take no for an answer. You haven't watched Jojo? Now this person is going to dedicate their whole life to telling you to watch Jojo and make it your religion. So when I was hearing it's not that great, it felt like I was being challenged. But you can't get through part 6 and enjoy it. So when you tell me this, and I read the first chapter, and Jolene's introduction is her getting caught masturbating.
What?
Shit, my whole mindset changed when I saw this. This is instantly the best part. What other character do you know that has the introduction be getting caught? No one. I knew this whole time. I had been lied to. Everyone wanted to keep this part for themselves.
This right here is my favorite thing, ever. In the history of forever.
They didn't want to let the world know. So here I am. You can thank me later. What made me even more confused was the fact that, when did this part start getting bad? Maybe I was blinded by, a little bit of the plot. But I finished reading and was like, this was great. But I can't wait for the anime where every part 6 hater starts to call it the best part after the anime is out. I haven't read part 8 yet, but part 6 is in my top 3. Whoa, put your knives and guns down. I know I'm basically a whole bitch in this fanbase now, but hear me out. The majority of this cast is female. If you need more convincing, then that means something for you. One thing I will not understand is when I'm asked, hey, who's your favorite Jojo? By the way, if you give me the wrong answer, I will murder your family. What? This was when I discovered Jojo and Jojo. You're really just calling the female cast hoes. This fanbase is built different. But how could you put someone like Mr. Resolve himself over someone that knows 5 different ways to say fuck off? Jolene once again doing it different and single-handedly ending sexism. Honestly, I will never understand how people could put Jolene under top 3 when it comes to best JoJo's, because she is quite literally in her own lane, falling behind the queen herself. But I will admit, Jolene has quite possibly one of the worst stands out of the JoJo main, once again behind the queen herself. This was just pathetic. You got strong man pulling time stopping out of his ass.
What's up, bitch?
Typical school delinquent is Jesus too. You got Italian man who is quite literally the most bossed character in all of anime. Then you got a String. Nothing special, just String. I can't help but think Araki had some ulterior motive with giving Jolene a String stand, but I'll leave that up to your imagination. Jolene is actually one of the main reasons why I enjoyed part 6 as much as I did. Part 6 does have good supporting characters, although not as good as part 5, which is peak family bonding. We see Diavolo has died so much that he reincarnated as a Jojo simp. But there is one special character that you can't help but love. I'm sure you can guess. And of course, I'm talking about Emporio. Nah, I'm kidding. Every fan of his had just disliked the video. But the true lovable character, Foo Fighters. Anyone that doesn't like Foo Fighters, who hurt you? How can you look at her and not think, you gotta protect her? She's the embodiment of the standard Twitter IQ. Of course though, I can't talk about part 6 without mentioning the only guy to show up during the whole part. Gucci Poochie himself. This man was just doing too much, but he's black, I gotta support him. He is one of the few black villains that ain't gotta come up from the streets. This man was out here stopping incest, which I can really say Jojo is now bizarre at this point. All he was trying to do was be a good Christian man. It was all downhill for him at this point. Poochie will not survive in 2021. This man would get cancelled 10 times over. He is a black gay priest who beat women. I don't think I can support him anymore. Otherwise I too would get cancelled. He's living life backwards. Literally. I know this man just got done with a session with Dio because this man is showing too much back for it to just be a bro chill session. But you know what? He's done what no JoJo villain has ever done. He's become the world's best priest. He rejected all the Jojos he saw in his vicinity and only wanted one thing, and one thing only. That Dio dick session. Yeah! This man has truly made himself one of the greats. So of course with the anime on its way, people are excited. The haters have actually already gone quiet and the hentai is already pouring in. The only way they screw this up now is to make Poochie a straight white man that hates God. but luckily we know they blessed us with his presence. Now unfortunately for Araki, he's soon going to be blacklisted because he's made the black guy the bad guy, which is unfortunately coming out in 2021, a time where opinions are even worse than 2020. This is clearly an act of racism that I simply cannot stand for. Araki, please hand yourself in. But one thing I expect is to see no light shining out of nowhere in this part to protect the eyes of the innocents. You can't deny me of this when this is the only part with a female cast. So aside from that, I think Jojo is the worst series ever made, and part 6 shouldn't exist. Bye.
I've been at it on my own time, no, flexing on my own dime.